Hello there everyone, this is Mark III and welcome back to Astroneer. Picking up where I left off a little while ago before that short hiatus, which was completely unplanned, and that's why this video series has not been up for a couple of weeks. But, well, it's partly because of how the game development is going, partly because I got distracted by something shiny, so you know how it goes. Anyway, let's go and let's grab a lithium. Wait, do I need that? Oh yeah, that's the stuff ready for me to take along. Anyway, after last time I did a whole load of mining, and as you can see I've got a tremendous amount of material wealth gathered here. This world is definitely a miner's paradise on the surface. There's all sorts of goodies to get. And so this is a very good place to come if you want to get supplies of any kind. Let's see, I want to grab a battery. There we go. Just getting a little bit of extra power just in case kind of deal, really. Because I'm about to go traipsing around in the underground. I've got the rover over there with a seat and a battery on it, so that's all good to go. And anyway, I said state of development of the game. That's because my FPS has been gradually dropping as the series progressed, and right now it is swapping along at a very sprightly 10 FPS. Yeah, that ain't good. But there's been several patches since my last video and it's not improved any, so you know, I'm going to go ahead and continue. And that's with turning down resolution and reducing draw distance and stuff like that as well, so it's not... I'm pretty sure it's not really on my end much. Turning the resolution down netted me like 1 FPS better, but that's about it. But anyway, come on down into the desert underground, below the sands. Wait, this is an Arid planet, isn't it? But yeah, desert. Oop, this is not going very... Hello! That wasn't there last time I came down here, when I made this path. So that's a new resource pocket that's spawned. Interesting. Well, that's very strange to see as well, but yeah, anyway. I've got my own little vehicle down here. FPS is still hanging at about 11, so let's wander off and see what there is to be seen. If I don't come across much of interest down here, I am just going to say, oh well, whoopsie-doo, and then wander off to a different planet. So that's the general plan, since the ship is already loaded and ready. It's a very nice red shade down here, though. I must admit that. Keep on going. I'm just wondering if there's anything of... What the heck? Oh, that's just a little dip. It looked like there was something else, but it was just a bit of fog. And I don't think the vehicle performance has improved much. I'm also seeing a distressing lack of minerals down here. Aside from that randomly newly spawned aluminium deposit. Oh, I do like the red. I'd almost call it a crimson, to be honest. Very nice red. Come on, keep going. Oh, hello. Yeah, told you I'd turn the draw distance down a bit. Though not much, so there's definitely some popping going on as well, which is not related to my chosen draw distance. Maybe that's affecting things a bit too, but it's all looking very barren down here. In fact, yeah, apart from seeing a few sources of energy and stuff, I've not seen much of anything down here. Like, anything at all. Oops. This is not very responsive. Oh dear. Come back here. Stupid thing. Come on. Come on, rover. Let me. Come on. Thank you. Let me in. Game pauses while it decides if I'm getting into a vehicle or not. There we go. Right. So yeah, this is very odd. I've not seen any trace of resources besides organic under the surface of this world, so what I'm wondering... Oh, hello, what was that? Oh, hello, there's some aluminium there, actually. Some laterite. And the heck is that? Something odd right below my base. Oh, a crash satellite. And again, I must ask, how the heck did that get down here? I have no idea. Oh, there's a few more minerals over there. Oh well. Honestly, that was that's an interesting thought, which is now gone. Because I was thinking, hey, what if this world, it's almost all the minerals are actually on the surface, and so it's kind of inverted compared to a normal world. And that's that's iron ore there. Okay, so this world has iron ore as well, and that also means that the exotic world had iron ore. This world has iron ore, so they don't have a unique resource each, like I originally thought too. Ooh, there's a research item there. That reminds me, there has been an update and a few more text and things, but I can't remember what text I've grabbed and what text I haven't. Oh geez, my rover's about out of power. Well, this is what I bought the battery for, so let's go ahead and disconnect this battery here. Then grab this battery here. Then charge that back up a little bit. And since I'm doing this, I might as well actually call it here for this little bit of exploration, because I've seen very little value. Yep, there we go. For some reason it defaulted to putting the terrain up. So I might as well take that back and see if there's anything in it. But yeah, I've not seen much of value. There's very sparse mineral deposits down here from what I've seen so far in the roughly 8 minutes exploration I've done. Then the vehicles suffer the same handling penalties they've been struggling with the entire time I've been here. Will that work? Oh, they seem to have fixed that, I think. Wait, no they haven't. They seem to have replaced it with an entirely different bug. Hooray! Okay. What just happened? You remember the bug where you can put a power that you've had stored for a while onto something and it wouldn't work at all? Now, this one I've just put onto here has completely drained. That was roughly the amount of power that this thing should have had in it. But the stack has not disappeared at all, so it's like the opposite. And it looks like it's now drained and empty, effectively, but it's still an item stack, which is there, but that's given me enough power to get out of here, so can't complain too much. All I have to do is remember which way I came in, and I think it was over this way. Goodbye, battery. Jeez, this is slow. Yeah, I think it was over this way. And I believe there's a storm overhead too. Wait, where am I? This way? No, I didn't come past those things. This way? Oh dear, this isn't good. I think I've gotten lost. Well, I didn't lay down any tethered things, so you know. And down here it's really actually very gloomy. It's much gloomier than the other planets. That might be my draw distance, but I don't think it is, because as I said, I turned down a little, but not that much. So I'm not sure what's going on here. My rover is about to give out on me though. So I need to find my way back out. I think it was over here, wasn't it? Yep, there goes the rover's power supply. Okay. And that is why I brought a battery along. So I can just whack it on the front here and it'll power up with some battery charge from my backpack. So it lets me transfer some stuff. I can also make some power cells too, since a battery doesn't hold much charge. So yeah, let's go ahead and whack out some power cells and put those onto it too. No, I don't want you on there, I want you on there, thank you. And power cells, just really quick, really cheap source of power, uses compounds, and they don't last very long at all, so yeah. I think I've come the wrong way. Where the heck am I? Hello? Echo? Marco Polo? Where the hell am I? Is that my entrance over there? I saw something in the fog. Seriously, where the heck am I? This way? No, I think that's a wall over there. I'm lost down here. Dang it, I'm lost. I have no idea where I am. I should have used a tether line, but I brought the vehicle down so I could explore a bit further afield and save some time, but now I'm using that time trying to find out how to go back up. Still though, it is a very decided lack of minerals, and the rover's out again. Right. You know what? Let's do this then. Make another set of tethers. I've got the battery, and I'm just going to go dig, 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 dig. Make a way out of here. There's one way to do it, isn't it? Emergency escape route, go. So yeah, okay. Right, up we go. And this will be my method of exit onto the roof of the world. It's either this or kill myself, but... oh, here we go, I'm approaching the surface already. Since I don't know where my entrance is, I'm making my own. It's as good a way as any, I suppose. Oop, that's a rock falling on me. Out of power. But I am... somewhere? Where am I? Seriously, where am I? Can't see. Flipping low frame rate. Ah. So I've connected to another cave apparently, but this is still not an exit. So I am near the surface though. There's the surface right there. Okay, I have my way out. Phew. Okay. Escapes. Now I just need to make it back down here without dying. Stupid rocks in the way. Yep. Hello, Rover. Ow. I'm sorry, I'm not here for you, Rover. I'm just here for the research you're carrying. And now off I go back out again. Okay, I've seen enough to make a general conclusion about the desert planets underground. Sorry, the arid planet. It seems to me that the lion's share of the mineral wealth on this world is actually on the surface. So it's effectively a miner's paradise. That was the name I was toying with for it when I was exploring the last two videos, and that's the name I'm going to stick with it. I designate this world a miner's paradise because it has got easy access to the rarest minerals. Though it does struggle with access to some of the basic stuff, but you can oh so easily trade out for all that. And yeah, I'm a fair distance away. I went in completely the wrong direction while I was down in the tunnels. But yeah, Arid World, Miner's Paradise. If you want rare materials, this is a good place to come and try and get them. You have to put it with the spiky balls of doom that are flying around trying to kill you. There is that, but you can also find so much stuff here. I mean, I've loaded up several wagon trains full of rare materials, and I've covered a very small area of the planet's surface, so there is still absolutely tons of stuff left out there to get. The underground, though, there's not much down there from the looks of it. A few rare ore types, but for the most part, not really worth the effort, I don't think. Okay, let's pull that battery off, I don't need that. I've used the spare slots on the rocket. Okay, that means I just need to load up on my founding materials from this stock here, which is all the resin and stuff that I need to get the platforms out. And then I am immediately ready to go to a new world. Spike ball just coming to say goodbye, aren't you? There we go, resin, yeah. Arid World, Miner's Paradise. That is my verdict. And time to go with my seat off this onto the spaceship. Hop into here. Last check once it finishes loading up. Because let's see, I've got the founding habitat along with basic power consumptions and supplies. I've got onboard power storage and generation on the ship itself. I've got a stash of ores there, enough to build some needed parts and to get a rover chassis put together. Not a rover chassis, rather a truck chassis. And then I've got a whole bunch of trading goods as well, and I'm carrying all the resin I need for initial assembly in my backpack. So, I should be able to just slap down an outpost as soon as I arrive at my new destination. Desert World, I bid you and your spiky balls of death adieu. Oh, that's new. They've updated the graphics on the rockets a little bit. Yep, they've. I think they've updated the general rocketry graphics. Okay, now launch pattern. I have a new destination to go to, and there's random places just orbiting me. I have no idea what those are. Anyway, exotic. Been there. I'm about to come into range of that place. Can't see what it is just yet. I also need to do the moon. I remember. From my starting world. So I think there was like what 2 worlds I needed to do still. I've done my initial world, which was that one. That is the radiated world. So done that one, done this one, done that one, not done that one. The only other question mark is this one over here, which will be in range very shortly. What kind are you, good sir? Come on, don't be shy. Tell me what you are. Give me your secrets. Get in range, darn it. I am an impatient person, and I have people watching me and laughing at how slow I am to do things. No doubt. Anyway, yeah. Tundra world. So you're a kind of coldy... a cold, frozen, semi-frozen kind of biome. Okay. Tundra it is. I'll explore this, and then I'll go to the moon on the starting world, and that'll be it for this particular video series. So, yeah. Still, that is like, what? At least another 3 videos worth of content. Okay, right. There's some strange bits of red in here as well as the blue, so is there a volcanic presence, I guess? I don't think the game extends to a volcanic presence, but I'm hearing strong winds, though, so I guess this is definitely supposed to be a kind of frigid, icy place. I guess this one has a good selection around it. Oh, it's kind of mountainous. That's also... yeah, it looks very cold for the most part. I'm trying to see a good spot. Let's go for that one. Relatively flat, but there's some red around it and some white nearby as well, so a fair chunk of the surface possibilities should be lying around for me to have a quick look at as soon as it decides to land, because again, I think this is a combination of my machine's own limits and the program's early development cycle. So let's see. Yep, smooth hills, blue and red, very sharp contrast there. Oh, there's a lot of rock formations and things around here. Interesting. Okay, right, let's get this outpost set up then. While I stand in the middle of all these spiky bits. Right. Get the habitat out. And you shall found for that. Okay. Then I need a couple of platforms. There apparently is a strong prevailing wind, so that's going to be a slight issue. But this is why I had the resin loaded into my pack straight away, so I can just go ahead and just slap things down. Actually, do I need... what was I going to do? If I remember the order right, what I require is actually a vehicle bay, which requires some of my stock of aluminium. So do that. Then I require the power source there. Pull the storage off it for a moment. Yep. Okay, so that is going to be fully charged up. Then that can be used to build the truck. Yes, put that on there. Truck built. Pull the power off there, don't need to use that for that anymore. Put the aluminium storage out onto the spaceship again. And that is really all I need, isn't it? Unless I require more materials, in which case I have enough stuff left over as of right now to go ahead and build a trading port. Yeah, that's what my extra stuff is for, isn't it? Building a trading port. And there's a storm coming. Woo, yay. Okay. But yeah, that's my exploration outpost, and really all I need, to be quite honest. I didn't bring any copper in my loadout, so that means I can't build a printer or a refinery. I don't think. Well, no, I can build a refinery without, but yeah. I didn't bring any compound either. So yeah, this is basically what I planned, to have that basic power source available for exploration on this truck and get the truck built. And that was it. This is a very deep green. It's like it's almost like it's a toxic planet, this. Very distinctive colour scheme. Blues and reds for the ground and a deep green for storms. Okay. Makes sense, I guess, but it's not exactly a friendly looking place. Or should I say a healthy looking place? Yeah, I would say it's not the healthiest looking place. Let's go ahead and grab the wind vane off that and put it onto my truck. So that's going to help that. And then I'll also take the wind vane off my backpack as well. The storms have just passed. And I'll use that wind vane for additional wind power to keep the truck moving a bit. Wind vane on the truck. There we go. Okay. And that'll do all of that. So, okay. Then lastly, I'll just dump out my stock here of resin and lithium, since I don't need to carry that. And I've already got my emergency compound stock there, so with luck I'll be able to find some more. But my truck has some limited power generation ability at all times, so this is going to be my exploration vehicle. Time to explore the surface of the tundra world. And already it feels better than when I was on the Arid world. It feels a bit more grippy, so hooray for that. It's also a lot smoother as well. It's more rolling hills than dunes, so I think the Arid world was definitely meant to be a desert kind of situation. Let's pop up here. These spikes, though, are very odd. They're all over the place here. I mean, I saw a few of them underground in the Arid world, but here they seem to be all over the place. There's my first mineral deposit over there, and I've seemed to have found some rocks and some organic and things. So hooray for that. Is that fuel? Oh, there's a big rock formation up there. Oh, hello, titanium. Okay, and I think that might be fuel. Oh wow, big spike forest just suddenly appeared. Yep, hydrazine. Yep. Okay, so spike forest, rocks. It can get very hilly and mountainous over there, but there seems to be a lot of very spiny local plant life. And there's a tunnel entrance here. Usual variety of flora visible, but I'm not going to check that right now because I'm going to use what's left of this video to continue to get a general impression of the surface of this planet. So far it seems to be very new arrival friendly. It's definitely vehicle friendly, especially compared to the exotic planet. I mean, that was horrible for vehicles. Jeez. Okay, you are just some rocks. I think you're another source of hydrazine, from the look of you. Yep, that's hydrazine. Okay. Another tunnel entrance. So yeah, this place is characterized by big, long sweeps of terrain, for the most part. And there's a mining source of some kind. I think that's compound. So this planet has mining sources. That's a point, actually. Apart from the starting world, I've not actually seen any mining sources around the place, I don't think. So that's the first one I've seen in quite some time. So yeah, I've seen some titanium, I've seen some hydrazine, I've seen a mining source for compound. At least I'm pretty sure that's compound. Oh, hello, big tree. Sorry, big rock. Yeah, that's compound. I might as well get out and harvest it, because I could use some. Harvesting some more backup compound to ensure that I can keep moving around freely. I should have brought that battery that I left behind, but anyway, that's now depleted and it's given me 2, so yeah. That's just fine. I should actually use some of this immediately to get a bank of power cells and then put that into my truck to facilitate its exploration a little bit. Oh yeah, I can't plug that in on the front, can I? I'll pull that off and immediately burn it into that slot there. So yeah, this place is easy to explore, on the surface at least. I don't know if there's going to have any tricks to pull on me underground. In which case this might only be a temporary pit stop, maybe another half video on it, depending on how it goes. But I've not seen that much of interest or anything special on the surface of this world so far. I'm just here like a prospector really, searching for materials and signs of things, but there's a spaceship over there. I might as well check that out. And ooh, there's a little bit of low gravity here. There's some more hydrogen, so there's absolutely tons of fuel. And I almost fell into that cave. There's also plenty of cave entrances, so underground access does not seem to be any kind of issue. And I'm out of power already. I really need to... Oh dear. No. Darn it. Crunch. Okay. Bloody truck. Right, might as well harvest a satchel of energy while I'm here, but since I'm next to all this stuff. Yeah, it looks pretty standard fare as far as that's concerned. But I need to get this truck out of here for its solar panels to work. So let's go ahead and put that into there. And that one consumes properly, so yes, it's still power packs and raw oxygen and things that have been stored, which is bugged, as far as I can tell. But that's giving me half a bar. That's enough to get this truck out of here. Oops. Okay. Game saved. And it wants to go that way, please. If you'll play ball. Yep. Okay. Right. Here we go. Backwards. That's just fine. This place is great for refueling your rockets by mining. But what the hell? It's very low gravity, from what I can tell. Ooh, resin. So there is resin here. It's a bit scarce, but there is definitely resin deposits on the surface, and some more hydrogen. So yeah, plentiful rocket fuel. Plentiful rocket fuel. I need to harvest 3 resin. So I'll do that quickly here, just to resupply myself a bit. And I'll actually build another power cell. So I'm back down to my last emergency one. Daytime's coming though, at least, so the truck will start to charge itself up a bit. Come on. And apparently I'm digging down into a cave system down there too. Nope, it's too soon for that, I'm afraid. Okay, 3 resin. That's... no, 4 resin. Whoops. Okay, I've got 4 resin. That replaced what I used when I landed, so that's fine. Got materials. I've explored the surface a bit. I've found cave entries and things. Overall, this is if you're going surface exploring, this is not a super exciting world. Though apart from the very odd spindly shapes. I believe this is a new shipwreck. I think there was something about adding new shipwrecks into this game. Yeah, I don't recognise the shape of this one at all, but there's copper and oh, some more resin. Hooray! But there is also some aluminium, which I do need. So I'll grab that aluminium, and I guess I'll grab that titanium too. So that's a bit more there. But yeah, that's a new wreck shape there. Very nice. And I'm gonna have to call it there, because that is now a half-hour video, and I've got some things done, so that is good. I've checked out the underground a bit on the desert planet. Not really that impressed with what I saw. And now I'm exploring the surface of the tundra planet. And again, not that impressed on what I saw. It's got varied scenery, but from a miner's eye, it is not that great. Probably early to mid-game in terms of the tier of its materials and things. So, you're not going to strike it rich here, but it's a place to explore and have a look around, basically. Also, I have to have some fun because it seems that the vehicles are a bit floaty here too. Oops. Some more hydrogen? Of course it is. But anyway, I'm going to call it there, seeing as sun is now rising, my vehicle is now charging up to maximum. It does seem to have a slightly long night cycle, this one. And there's an interesting rock formation, so it's got that as well as the spindly forest I saw when I landed. But I will continue to explore the surface, and then I'll hit the underground next episode. So this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And I'll catch you all some other time. Yeah, I'll see you all later.